Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. It's so wonderful to have you back with us for this week's Explore Tulsa.
Trish, can you whistle?
Well, yeah, kinda.
Let's hear a little bit. Come on.
What? No, I'm not gonna whistle now. We're trying to work here.
Whistle while you work. According to Snow White, that's the best time to whistle.
Well, I'm not Snow White, but you do kind of remind me of Dopey sometimes.
Well, there's a guy in Glenpool who's too tall to be a dwarf, but his whistling is so great that he whistles at work and various performances too.
That can only be Andrew Whistler Parker at Whistler's Auto Repair.
I started whistling when I had to have been three or four. Of course, it wasn't good whistling. It was whistling. It was like shut up whistling, like leave me alone, like you're too loud, you're annoying. I remember sitting on a chair in my living room and the first note was, and then it went from there. I never stopped. For me, honestly, it was kind of a hidden talent until I went to college. I went to ORU, and I was walking from my dorm room to my classes every day, and every day when I walked out of my dorm room, I would just start whistling. And people were like, "You're really good at whistling. We're gonna call you the Whistler. That's your name." And I just whistled all the time, and eventually they knew me as Whistler. And, "Hey, whistle this song. Hey, whistle that song. Can you do this? Can you do that?" And it grew. It really just grew. And a lot of concentrated time that I spent whistling in those 4 years, it really made me a whole lot better than I was then. I can start a note and know right where I'm at. I can hear a song. I can whistle without making the noise and still know I'm making the noise in my mouth and what it's going to sound like. It's just a lot of practice, a lot of hitting that note right on. And I don't really have a musical background. I have a good ear. So, for me, it's just hearing. If you gave me notes, I couldn't do anything with them. But when I have a song, I can hear it. When I hear a melody, I know where that melody's going before. If I've heard the song the first time, I can pretty much whistle along with it because I know how the song's going to go. It's just weird. But it's just something. I would just say it's just a unique gift. Rock and roll's hard. I've tried it. Church songs are amazing. Christmas songs are my favorite. All the Christmas songs, I love those. Mariah Carey, that was my heyday song. I did "Oh Holy Night" in my college days, and that was a song that I'm probably most remembered for. Well, whistling was a hobby that, when I was discovered in the sense of people said you have a really cool talent, that's when I started doing more of it in college. I actually started making a little money doing it. I'd go to retirement centers, just doing some whistling. And I was also fixing cars at the same time for my friends for extra money. So between whistling for extra money and fixing cars for extra money, it kind of grew together. And then when I graduated college is when it was just a passion inside I had. I'm not a gearhead. I'm not hey man, let's rip your car apart and do all this crazy stuff. I couldn't care less. I'm a fixer. Your car's broken, I'm gonna fix it. And that's just, I would say it's just another talent I've been given. It grew from my garage. I was coming home from my day job and I was having, I had customers or just friends that were like, "Hey, I need to get my car fixed. Can I bring it by your house?" And I was literally out of my garage. And they'd bring their cars by, and it got to a point to where I had too many cars and not enough time. And my wife, she's like, "Well, there's this building right down the road. Why don't we rent that building and start there?" And it was a leap of faith. I was working at Quick Trip at the time, and I said, I'm going to work nights at Quick Trip, and then I'm going to start my car business during the day. And it was literally get my little toolbox, open up the doors of this big shop and be like, "Where are the cars?" And literally the cars started showing up. The dream whistle gig would be, and I know this puts me in a small group, I would love to whistle at a NASCAR race. I'm such a NASCAR fan. Whistling always is going to be kind of, oh, he's a whistler, that's kind of funny. So I have to break that mold of he's whistling to, oh my gosh, he's whistling that. Part of whistling is being on key, and hammering every single note, and that's what I really strive for. I try to make sure that I finish strong, and I don't give up, and that I really just put 100% into it, to where people say, that guy just whistled the national anthem, and that was awesome.